Welcome, Juliana and classmates. I'm Rebecca, and this is my Assessment 2 presentation. My topic is Architecture and the Culture of Sustainability, the Recycling of Buildings. Sustainability involves social, environmental, and economic factors, and in basic terms, it involves acting within the best of our knowledge and carefully considering the future. The local focus area for my research is Ipswich, Queensland. Recorded history in Ipswich dates back to 1824 with the discovery of the Bremer River. Early progress involved convict labour, and development of the city not only involved meeting the needs of the early settlers, but also providing services to people making the trip between Brisbane and the Darling Downs. A case study for my Assessment 1 essay was the 1 Mile Hotel in Ipswich, a historic building that sat proudly on a corner location, acting as a beacon for the area and an important part of the streetscape for 104 years. While researching, I discovered that the building was not heritage listed and that a developer had bypassed the local council and gained a permit to demolish the 1 Mile Hotel. While I was at the site, I tried to see the building from both sides of the controversial argument for and against demolition. I just couldn't help but see the building as valuable. The 1 Mile Hotel is embedded in the memories of locals and visitors to the site, and it is a reference point in the history of Ipswich. A local monument which deserves to be maintained and respected as a unique sentiment to our past. Our building doesn't need to become irrelevant if its function is required to change. Also during the research phase of Assessment 1, the 1 Mile Hotel was sadly demolished and turned into landfill. The developers of the site deemed that the building and its attached meaning was worth far less than the prime real estate it stood on. This is absolutely devastating in terms of social and environmental sustainability. A piece of Ipswich history has been lost, along with the materials that the building was made of. This led me to researching a life cycle approach to materials and looking at how this can be beneficial on all areas of sustainability. Without agreeing that the demolition of the 1 Mile Hotel was the best decision for the building or for the site, there are many possibilities for repurposing materials. Consider the options for bricks alone. For example, they could be cleaned and reused in their usual form, or they could be crushed for aggregate in concrete or rammed earth walls. This type of reuse has great benefits in terms of sustainability, and in the case of the 1 Mile Hotel, the people of Ipswich could feel immediately connected to the new construction, knowing that it embodies parts of a building that once formed an important part of their city and their lives. In Ipswich, the culture of sustainability is not all doom and gloom and demolition. There are some really brilliant examples of a more respectful approach to historic buildings. One of these examples is the University of Queensland Ipswich Auditorium, on a historic site in Ipswich. The auditorium is a large built form which could have easily been intrusive to the existing landscape and existing buildings dating back to 1877. It is, however, an approach that enhances the identity of Ipswich with acknowledgement of the past in respectful renovations and additions to the site. Another positive example worth mentioning is the beautifully renovated and maintained Belmont House. The building includes a discreet extension at the back and features which are effective in dealing with the Australian climate. Our streetscapes and our needs will change over time. However, it's important not only to see progress as being something related to technological advances and modern forms, but also as a way of thinking. Acting within the best of our knowledge and considering what is best for the future should be the true measure of progress. Thank you for your time. I'm looking forward to some further discussion.